from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
Keep that Super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. The Wolfpack offense takes the field, and we'll get a look at them first. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came and were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And I promise you they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded. It's been mentioned, it's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Gauze. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Right side, it's Jackson. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And talking to the defensive coaches coming into this game, man, what do they talk about, guys? They talked about tackling. They've got to be good in space, not allow those little plays to turn into big ones. Early in this football game, they miss the mark. They don't tackle well. That's going to be a big thing to watch throughout this football game.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. They'll ride him again. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The Tar Heels offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Here are the guys we expect to be impact players in this one. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Setting up the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. The Tar Heels will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Gauze. He's past the marker. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run it. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Swamped immediately.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
To the air, it's Edwards. He'll off one deep down the left side. Upstairs, he's got it. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Sells the run, wants to pass. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off? And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this offense has to stay out of these 3rd and long situations, man. They get in these predictable situations. That's why they punted last time. Like, got to stay a little bit more balanced, got to protect their quarterback so they don't know they're dropping back to pass in difficult 3rd down situations.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on, and it's a sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Making his first move. He'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Running inside. It's Scott. They put the brakes on it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Drops back. It's Bailey. Extending the play. He throws one to the left. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They want to throw it. Caught, it's Jackson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Wolfpack picked up that last first down with a completion. Let's see what they do here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Runs through the tackle. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he's in! Touchdown, Wolfpack! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Time to take a shot. Pulls it in on the right. Wide open space. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move, it's gone. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Keep it on the ground. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Bailey. He's got it. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Makes the catch, it's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Left side is Scott. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Out wide right, it's Jackson. Now the Wolfpack will use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw, it's Bailey. Out wide left, it's Snow. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The quick game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Drops back on first down. In traffic, it's Jackson. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 5 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Bears, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The victory caps off a 6-6 regular season, and now the waiting game for a possible bowl invitation. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Chapel Hill. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, checking in with the NC State head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Second and long here. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground game on the left. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
With the catch, it's Washington. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. He's looking to pass. Got his man on the right. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Under pressure. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Sets his feet. It's Edwards. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Tar Heels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Right at the line. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play action on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thurman. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm. The passing game looking good.
Got a little break. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they take it in for 6 more points. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And he tacked on the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They give it back to him. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Looking for room. It's Goss.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Unloads to the right. Finds his man. It's Snow. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll set up to throw. And he makes the grab for the deuce. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Turns up, it's Ship. Crosses to 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Trying the left side.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
To throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the right. He's got it. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The fake wants to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Here comes the heat. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the NC State sideline, guys, the running back told me something to keep an eye on. It's just he's a little banged up and bruised up. Last week in that win, a lot of contact that he absorbed, and he said he's got to really fight through it here today. Not 100%, but I will let you know how it's going from the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. The handoff. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. They'll ride the hot hand.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's changing the play. Finds a crease. It's Gauze. He's got enough. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Keeps it on the ground. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Look out! Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound.
matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach.
And guys, they are going to line up for the field goal here. I thought they might go for it in this situation. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll run it to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one and make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. That's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practice that all week, and it shows up big.
He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
They're all over it. He wants a big play here late. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, this is the guy. That they keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
Left side is Ship. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got fourth and very short. And what do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
Hit as he throws. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Gonna run it. It's gone. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. North Carolina will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, just